Good morning. In this video we will discuss about lookup on a file. That means you are searching on a file. So lookup can be used to implement searching on a database table as well as on a file. So in this example we will take on the file. For example, I am having a table with set of records SRC underscore items table, which is having 4 records with the fields like category ID, item number, item name, quantity and rate per unit. Now I want to pick up the category ID from this source and I want to search whether it is available or not. If available, I want to pick up the category name. From where means, for example, from the flat file. So I am having some flat file called as categories.txt. So this is the file I am having, src underscore categories.txt. So I want to search for the category ID in this file. If available, I want to pick up the category name and then I want to pass it to the next object. So into the target, what are the records or what are the things I need means, I am having a table with the name called as a tgt underscore items and the structure is category ID, category name, item number, item name, quantity and rate per unit. So whatever the records you are having in the source, pick up the category ID from here. If available, I want to pick up the category name and then I want to give it to the target table, but target table requires amount also. So we will try to take an expression and then we will try to calculate the total amount. After that we will try to put into the target table. So we will try to define the mapping. Now source object is src underscore items, but that is not available here. So I need to load that source object. Same way I am searching on a file called as categories.txt, that is also not there. So we can import it, after that you can search on that, or at the time of creating lookup you can tell what is your file. So first of all we need a source table, so we will try to import that. So we will go with the source analyzer. We will go with the source analyzer. Sources menu, import from database. Select the source connection and provide the connectivity details. So my DSN is src underscore user and username is src underscore password is src user, and give this information. Click on connect. Select the table called as an src underscore items. Click on OK. So you got the source object, and we will try to load even the target table. We will try to load the target table because finally the data has to be written into the target table called as tgt underscore items. So go with the target designer. targets menu, import from database. What is the connectivity means DSN underscore target. My username is tgt underscore user. Password is tgt underscore user. Connect and select the table called as tgt underscore items. Select the table tgt underscore items. Click on OK. So we got the target table with the fields called as a category ID, category name, number, item name, quantity, rate per unit and amount. So now we'll create the mapping. Go to the mapping designer, mappings menu, create, provide the mapping name, for example m underscore lookup 2. Okay. Drag your source object into the mapping, that is src underscore items. After that, we want to search for the category ID where on a flat file. So we'll try to create a lookup on the flat file. So transformation menu, create, select lookup, provide some name. I'm giving the name like CATOB, just some name. Click on create. Where you want to search in the source system. What is the component means src underscore categories dot txt. But now if you observe in the source tab under the flat file, we doesn't have that object. If it is there, you can select it, but right now we doesn't have src underscore categories dot txt here. So we'll try to import the metadata. How means? Click on import button. Now choose as from flat file. Select as from flat file. Then specify the file here. What is the file? src underscore categories. But here it is not showing because it is looking for DAT extension files by default. But our file is txt file. So in the files type, I'll say as in all files. Now it is showing me my src underscore categories dot txt file. So I'll select that. Click on OK. Select as a delimited file because our file is having data with the delimiter. And that file, if observe, it is consisting the header, column names are there. So from the second row onwards, it is a data, first row is column names. To specify that, here there is one checkbox. Import field names from the first line. Place the check mark. So when you select this option, it will understand first row is column names, from second row onwards it is a data. So place this check mark, click on OK. That is the next. Now you tell me what is a delimiter. So in this file, if observe, what is the delimiter? 1001 comma electronics. That means comma is a delimiter between these two columns. So specify comma as a delimiter. So choose this comma option, checkbox, place the check mark for comma, then simply click on the next button, and here it is showing me that it is able to take two columns from the flat specified file called as a category underscore id, cat underscore id, another thing is ct underscore name, and as well as it is able to identify the data types and dimensions. But if you thought to change the column name or a dimension or a data type, you can change it. So after making the necessary changes, simply click on finish button and click on done button. So it is about lookup object on a file. Once it is completed, now you want to search for the specified category ID. So how do you search? You should pass an input value. So pass the category ID from source qualifier to lookup. So you are passing the category ID from the lookup to from source qualifier to lookup. Now double click on the lookup because we need to provide a condition. So double click on this lookup, go to the condition tab, click on add new condition and provide the condition here. So CAT underscore ID is equal to CAT underscore ID 1. So provide the condition in this way, click on OK. But here it is giving an error by saying metadata is not matching. That means what is an input column data type is there, that data type is not matching to the existing object data type. So we got the problem. What we need to do is try to bring both the fields into the same data type, then it will support. So how do you do this? Means simply I'll click on no here, then I'll go back to the ports tab. Now here if you observe the category ID, first one is a decimal, second one you got as a double. Now what I'll do means instead of double, this I'll convert it as a decimal. That means I brought the data types for this common field as the same in both the places. After that you provide this condition, click on OK. Now it is accepted it. So you have and provide any condition as per the requirement, but if required change the data types, maybe add some new column depending on the requirement. But here we have applied a condition. Now this values I'll pass it to some transformation object. Transformation menu, create. I am selecting something called as an expression, provide some name, for example as an exep, create and done. Now drag your category ID, but this is the lookup related thing, but actually instead of taking category ID, it is advisable to take the category name. So I'll take the category name and category ID I'll take it from source qualifier straight away. So I took the category ID from source qualifier to expression and category name from lookup to expression. See, I'll repeat the same steps. I'll remove this expression and I'll add it. I'm deleting it. Transformation menu, create, select expression, provide some name, create and done. Now what are the records you're getting from source? That record as it is I want to take, and category name from the lookup. So I'll drag the category ID from source qualifier to expression. Later I'll try to take the category name from lookup object into expression. Along with that I'll try to take other values, item number, item name, quantity, then rate per unit, Fine, we got the fields in this way, but we need total amount also. So double click on the expression, select the ports tab, add a new port, that means click on add new port, edit the name like AMT, data type I'll make it as decimal, but this amount we need to calculate. It is you're not getting from the previous source object or you're not getting from the lookup. So uncheck the amount port and write the formula. So what is that formula? Click on this down arrow button, ports, and define this as quantity into rate per unit. So define the formula in this way. Click on validate button. It is saying that expression passed successfully. Click on OK. Then click on OK button. So we got the amount. Now click on OK button. And this complete data you put it into the destination, into the target table. So drag TGT underscore items table into the mapping and map the fields like category ID, category name, item number, item name, quantity, rate per unit, and amount. Save it. Open the workflow manager. Create a new workflow, that is workflows menu. Create WF underscore lookup to some name. Then create a session object, that is tasks menu, create, select session, provide the session name, for example S underscore lookup to click on create. So for M underscore lookup to we are creating a session object. So select this mapping object M underscore lookup to, click on OK, click on done. After that double click on the session object, go to the mapping tab, provide the source connection. Source and connection, that means source qualifier connection is RC source. So go to the relational property, click on the down arrow, choose as an RC source, click on OK. Next select the target table called as a TGT underscore items. So come to its properties, relational property, and specify the connection as RC underscore target. Next change the target load type. Right now it is showing me as in bulk, but change this as a normal. It isn't related to the performance thing. Whenever you are performing row by row, definitely should be normal, but if you are trying to load the complete data time, then you can choose a bulk. But right now as per this example, I am choosing normal mode. Now we gave the connection for source, we gave the connection for the target also, but this scenario is consisting a lookup. Lookup is again searching on a particular component, maybe a file, maybe a database. So if it is a database, we should give a connection. Even if it is a file, we should give a connection. For that purpose, select the lookup object under transformations on left side. Come to its properties. Now whenever you save a file you are using, connectivity has to be provided with three properties like file type, file name, file directory. Three things. So lookup source file directory. Where this file is located? It is located in the C:\data. So I'll provide that location, C:\data folder. What is the file name? File name is src_categories .txt. Exactly, the name should be the same. src_categories.txt, and along with that file type you need to specify. There are two types of there, direct and indirect. So choose this as a direct option. So already we are having a video to explain what do you mean by direct, what do you mean by indirect. In what cases indirect option will be more helpful. To explain that we are having some video is there, one video already. So you check that. But as per this scenario, we are using direct option. So click on OK. Then link your start object to lookup object, that is session object. After that, save this and then execute this. Select star from a table called as items. It is already there, and here 1001, 1002, 1003, 4 are there, and corresponding to this is the data you are having. Radio belong to electronics, wet grinder belong to home appliances, gun loader belong to games, books, its related category is not there. Same way civil is there in the categories, but its related item is not there in the items table. So we are expecting all the 4 records of source, but only for the first 3 records will have the category name, and the last record like books will not have any category name. We'll try to remove the existing data of the target table, tgt_items, and select star from tgt_items. The table is empty. Now we'll try to fetch the data. Select star from tgt_items. So the table doesn't have any data. We'll try to execute our workflow. So workflows menu, start workflow. In the workflow monitor, it's showing as a running, and it's showing me as in succeeded. So check the output. Select star from tgt_items. And this is the data we are having. We'll try to organize it in the better way. So like I'll say set line of 200, then we'll write this select statement once again. Select star from tgt_items is the data we are having. Now if you observe all the 4 records of source table you got, but only for the last record we doesn't have the category name, because that record is not found in the categories.txt file. So for the remaining records we got the category name, as well as for all the records amount calculation is done successfully. So with the help of lookup you are searching whether it may be a table or it may be a file. Once it is found, you can capture its data, else it will be a null value. So this is the 4 records you got with the help of lookup process. So lookup can be used to search on the flat files as well as on the database tables.